Taylor gets to buy a bunch of wood to build special guitars, but then they find special batches of wood, and then they get to put those into limited editions. That's the thing I wish I would have understood 15 years ago. This is a Taylor 214 Deluxe. Now, this is not just any one. This is the Sunset Boulevard version. So that means that this guitar is custom spec'd out, and it brings all of those elements from those beautiful 5, 6, 7, 8, even 9 series, brings them into the realm of normal, everyday, devoted guitar players can own this guitar. So let's check this thing out. Rapid fire specs on the Taylor 214 Deluxe Sunset Boulevard version, only available at Guitar Center. Number 1, Torrified Sitka spruce top on the front. On the back and sides, beautiful figured Ovangkol. Number 3 comes with the Taylor ES2 pickup system. Where can you find these guitars? These are available in every Guitar Center across the country. There's something really special and really magical about Taylors. They have been the cutting edge, that modern take on a guitar for so long. But I haven't kept them, and I've been critical of them, and I've said, sometimes they feel a little sterile. I think sterile is the word I've used in the past. So this thing, man, let me play this for you, and I want to just play it, enjoy it, and come back to it, and you tell me, what does it sound like? Am I wrong? Because I think I'm wrong. And then I'll come back and I'll tie all of this together. Dadgad is the test for most guitars, in my opinion. Open, jangly, fingerstyle, and strumming all at one time. So here's some Dadgad stuff. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, my critique of Taylor over the years is that they're a giant company. There's just such a big guitar company, And what they end up doing a lot of times is they'll have standard runs and they'll make this vernacular that we're supposed to understand their guitars by. And then they'll change the rules, they'll play with it, they'll make limited editions. And so for years, I've always taken that as a critique. I've thought, that bothers me. It really bothers me that a 714 CE might not be the same if it has L7 or one of these suffixes tacked on the end of it. And so that's one of the critiques that I've had. But I think as I've gotten to know guitar builders, I think they're threading the needle. I think it is actually a strength. What is going on here is Taylor builds, they have this vernacular. They have what their numbers mean for what size and what tone woods and what you can expect from a certain series in their guitars. But then it all comes down. Sorry, I put my chair up earlier. There we go. I was wondering why my framing was wrong. But, okay, so they make this vernacular. 714, that's like a triple O shape. That's a cedar, spruce or cedar top. The 14 is their body size. CE means cutaway electric. So you get to where all of that, and then they change up the rules. But what I think their strength is they give you a framework that you can understand what a guitar is, and then you just have to pay attention to the end. And all of these model numbers are getting more complicated as we get older. But I like that this one, let me see what it actually says inside. So this says Sunset Boulevard 214 CE DLX. So that makes a ton of sense to me. So that's a grand auditorium. So I think, I think Taylor gets to buy a bunch of wood to build special guitars, but then they find special batches of wood, and then they get to put those into limited editions. That's the thing I wish I would have understood 15 years ago, but I think it's a major strength for Taylor. So with all of that said, let's jump into this guitar. Like I said, I'm Jeremy. This is Guitar Hunter. I want you to find the right guitar for you. I want you to find the guitar that just makes your soul come to life, that inspires you. I got so inspired playing this guitar, and it's pretty outside of my normal wheelhouse. But anyway, thank you to Guitar Center for sending me this. This is a special edition for Guitar Center. This will go out on their socials and mine, and I'm very thankful for channel partners like this. I'm excited about working with and really talking about my actual experience with Guitar Center. So anyway, with all that said, let's get into this Taylor 214 Sunset Boulevard Deluxe. This is the first Taylor I've ever played with a torrefied top. If you don't know what torrefied means, this is my own definition, but it is the synthetic aging of tone woods to make them sound more airy, lighter. What they're doing is they are rupturing the cell structure. They're doing what time normally does to guitars. It makes it to where they can't be as susceptible to humidity, but it makes them sound older, airier. So usually, in layman's terms, usually a little more bass and a little more treble and more sustain. Those are the three biggies. So it's a big upgrade. Lots of guitar companies have been doing this. I'm excited. It also gives it a really beautiful, more golden, more stark contrast in the grain of the wood. But man, it's a great guitar. Now, the other spec that you really need to know on this is that this guitar has insanely pretty, this is figured Ovangkol. Ovangkol is a tone wood that somehow splits the difference between rosewood and mahogany. Rosewood, big boomy, really boisterous, lots of treble, not as many mids. Mahogany is very piano-like, is the phrase you'll hear. All notes are about the same volume. Ovangkol pumps up the bass a little bit, pumps up the treble a little bit, but doesn't lose as much mids as rosewood. It's also really beautiful, and Taylor has done a really good job. My favorite Taylor I have ever owned was the AD17 CE a couple years ago, and sweet mama jama, that guitar was so good. Taylor has such a great headstock. There's only so many choices you get to make as to what makes a guitar look cool or uncool, but I think the headstock is cool and it's different, it's unique. It has tons of recognizability. That's a word, right? Or just clout. When you see that, there's something about that when you're standing behind a Taylor headstock, you feel just like you belong. You feel like a real guitar player in a way that great brands give you that confidence. When people see it, they know what that is. They know what to expect, and they're excited for you. Now, with that said, this guitar has so many really beautiful upgrades. The inlays on their fingerboard are tasteful, and they're unique. They're diamonds, but they're stacked diamonds. The pickguard is this really beautiful, kind of timeless, older style, bricky red, almost a little brown in the tortoiseshell on the pickguard there. Has the classic Taylor bridge. To me, the best Taylor is this bridge on this body shape. It's just so classic. With the white binding, there's something just so... It's funny. They were such a modern guitar, and now they're so timeless that they have reached this place where they still feel modern and fresh and wonderful. And So, okay, let's talk about retail price on this guitar. They did send me this. So the retail price on this is $1,799. And the single best thing about this guitar is the case. The most captivating thing, this guitar just wins so much in presentation. The case is their timeless Taylor style case. Really well form fit, really just plush interior, has that dark brown outside, the gold hardware, the most incredible sturdy feeling handle on the case. The latches are really satisfying and really have a good thunk as they open. And so it is great. So to me, this is a professional level guitar at it's expensive. It's $17.99, but this is a guitar that you could move up from. So let me run through really quick. I've tried to just mash up what I like about this guitar, what I don't like about this guitar, and if you should buy it. So let me mash this up really quick in like 60 seconds. What I like about this guitar, I love the looks, I love the tone. This guitar has a lot of bass, a lot of clarity. Now, I was playing pretty hard, and so it did get a little buzzy or a little thin as I played it hard, but that's me using a thin pick, that's me having a heavier right hand, that's me being an open tuning player, and this guitar just came to me from California. So I could change the strings, set up the tweaks, I could make this be more set up for my style, but that's not everybody's style, and then this guitar is going back to Guitar Center for other reviews and other people to talk about. Other things I really love about this guitar, the feel of this guitar and the fit, they are like the edges of the fingerboard are so comfortable and rounded over. It's just an incredibly comfortable guitar to play. The headstock and the hardware are so timeless. The tuners work really, really well. There's so many things I like about this guitar. Now, there are a few things I don't like about this guitar. I think the number one thing I don't like about this guitar is the rosette. It looks like the cheap celluloid in here in that mother of pearl. I've heard other people more crass than me call it mother of toilet seat. That's not my style, but that's the only thing that screams, I'm an affordable guitar. I'm an affordable guitar. And I think it's just maybe this is the prettiest thing for the lowest price, and they can just route one channel and then put that in there and sand it over. So yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, Martin does the same thing on their, on their Road Series guitars. So that's my only real critique. Now, I would say one quick caveat of a critique. I don't personally love the pickup system that comes in these. I think they can be a little either shrill or honky, and you kind of have to pick, in my experience. I've only owned one in the last couple of years and really used it that often, my AD17. But that guitar, it just went between being a little too shrill and a little too honky. So on the low end, it does a lot of like ho, 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 like that tennis ball getting hit on a tennis racket kind of sound. But yeah, I mean, those are my two, they're two very, very light things. That this guitar packs a huge amount of value, and I don't say that. I don't say that lightly, because I think a lot of times people misconstrue quality versus expense, and so I think this guitar is high quality, sounds really good, and man, it's a really good guitar. And let's see, this guitar. One thing that should be noted, and I'm waning in my interest or in my proclivity or insistence that a guitar that I care about what country a guitar came from, this guitar was made in Mexico, and that's incredible. I think North America makes some of the, there's no dispute in that. North America makes some of the best guitars in the world. Obviously, you look at the U.S., but you also look at Canada. Like I've got a Boucher right back here, made in Canada, and then you look at this, made in Mexico. We're firing on all cylinders. So who is this guitar for? And the last question I want to tie this together with is, hey, should you buy this if you're in the market for this? So who's this for? This is for somebody that really likes playing guitar and they're going to be out and about playing. You need a pickup, you're going to play out live. So this is somebody, if you're in like a Taylor 100 series, or if you've bought your first guitar, now like you're officially a player and you're looking for your next guitar that will last you 10 to 15, 20 years. I think that's who this is aimed at. I think the price is great. You got to spend some money to be committed. If people race to spend as little as they can, there's a higher rate of people dropping out. So I think this is the right level of, you're going to work for it, you're going to mow some yards for this, or you're going to save up some money from extra paychecks as you're living and working and starting to raise a family and you want to play guitar. I think that this is for a pro level, or a pro aspiring, or someone who really loves the experience of good guitars in an intermediate price point, under $2,000. I understand these things are all relative, but anyway, overall, really, really happy. To me, I think I'm so glad that I was wrong about Taylor. I was wrong about their limited editions. I think that's where Taylor shines, because they use really cool tone woods. Like Ovangkol is beautiful and it's really wonderful. And to get something this figured and this beautiful, holy moly, just really a great guitar. So thanks for watching this video. I'm Jeremy. This is Guitar Hunter. Please subscribe. I want to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. I want to get that plaque for the wall. So please like, subscribe, tell your guitar playing friends about this. And thanks to Guitar Center for sending me this guitar. I'm Jeremy. I already said that a bunch of times. Anyway, go fill the world with music and friendship. That was a good stinger.